Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with Hyperion's Romantic Piano Concertos, the first 50 volumes in the big box. We're making very good progress. We're up to volume 24, and actually a little bit beyond that because some of these have been doubles. So we're really sort of just past the midpoint, I think. And volume 24 is dedicated to José Vianna da Motta. Who the hell was José Vianna da Motta? Well, he has a piano competition named after him. He lived from 1868 to 1948. He was one of Liszt's very last pupils, which is really very interesting. You know, we always think about these composers, especially in the 19th century, as being such a long time ago. But the reality is that it's not. I mean, we're talking about a handful of generations, and you could have heard a pupil of Liszt in 1948, technically, which is like pretty amazing, right? I think that's like really cool. It's not as long as you think it is. And we tend to exaggerate the significance of the time factor. But in any case, that's just something that occurred to me while I was re-listening to this after a bazillion years. He was only 19 in 1887 when he wrote his piano concerto in A major. It is heavily influenced by Liszt, but it consists of a moderato opening movement, but it's only 9 minutes. So it's moderato, but not, deadly. A largo that runs into a theme and variations finale. Now, Vianna da Motta was not a great composer, and this is not great music. Jed Disler reviewed it, this disc, for ClassicsToday.com, and you can go and read his review there. It's a freebie, and you can just go check it out. And I basically agree with a lot of what he says. The trouble with this music is that it's rhythmically very foursquare. It doesn't go anywhere. You wished it would go somewhere. You might wish it would go away entirely. No, you don't really. It's attractive, as always. It's got all kinds of slam banging things for the piano to do. And the problem is that, concerto form just is not congenial to some of these folks. Vianna da Motta wrote lots of miniatures, some of which are extremely attractive. His Ballade for solo piano, which is from 1905, is only 9 minutes long. And like so many romantic composers, he was really much better off when he could be freeform. When he could just relax, let his hair down, and do whatever he wanted to do, and not worry about the consequences formally of trying to do a major statement in the form of an epic classical concerto. This is also true of the last thing on the disc, which comes from 1893. So he was 6 years older. He was 25. His Fantasia Dramática for piano and orchestra. Now, this is 28 minutes and 33 seconds or 53 seconds, something like that. 33 seconds long in this performance. It's concerto length. It's actually longer than the A major concerto. It's a bigger work. I don't know if it's necessarily better. I think it's more fun. It's definitely more fun. It definitely has less, issues with the, formalities of concerto structure. But it's enjoyable. All of this music is enjoyable. Let's not kid ourselves. Everything in this box is a good time. It may not be a repeatable good time, but it's a good time. And this is one of those. It was noble of them to make this record. Artur, Pizarro, they, I give Hyperion credit. They found the artists who would play the music and play it really well. Pizarro is a fine pianist. He plays the music with gusto and self-evident enjoyment. The Gulbenkian orchestra is good, not fabulous, but good. They accompany well. Jed pointed out a little fluff at the beginning, I think it was, of the concerto slow movement. But, these are tiny, tiny issues. And Martyn Brabbins is the best at this stuff. He's always enthusiastic. He's always He's always making the best possible case as counsel for the defense. As an accompanist, he's somebody who I think his soloists could have a lot of confidence in. And the sonics are lovely. So what the heck? I mean, it's in the box. You're going to get it anyway. You may not want to get it separately, or you may already own it separately. But one way or another, it's a good time. And in the context of this amazing edition of familiar and unfamiliar music, it certainly holds its own. So keep on listening, friends. Thanks for joining me. Take care.